guess that's not all I had to say. This is part two, because I never finished the thoughts, and I just realized that as I took another drink and was contemplating, well, where are we walking today? So, still continuing to feed for now. So I was so excited, and now we're deciding, are we walking to Albertsons? Are we walking to Walgreens? Are we walking to Fry's? Because that's about the distance in that we can go. With our shopping cart, we could probably go much further. However, we do have to make it back before the heat of the day, because that's the other thing. We're in this beautiful space of, and I'm learning how to work this heat in this way. So, and because I've lived without air conditioning, and I've been sharing this for years, if you all have not figured out how to live in this heat or how to live in the cold without air conditioning or furnaces, then you might want to start practicing. Plus, there's the cold water therapy, and for others, it might be hot water therapy. And then I've also witnessed how Spirit has got me moving into, I was blessed with a space with a swimming pool. So one of the things that I've learned about my spirit, one of the things that I've begun witnessing, for a while I thought I was cursed. Now I realize what a blessing it has been, is this bit of foresight. So there's this foresight. And then I learn about a prophecy. This is one of the things about me. I had a partner for many periods of time who says, would just allow me to go into spaces without any context, because I wanted to feel. And that was one of the things. And about 13 states in or something like this, I'm going, you're using me as an experiment, aren't you? And he goes, well, yeah, but you volunteered for it. Okay. So going into a space and feeling the energies and how it is affecting me, and not coming up with, but allowing some truth to come through. And then my partner would share with me, oh, well, this is what you're feeling in history, da 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 da. I'm like, I see. Well, now that I am maybe kind of beginning to understand a little bit about this, I'm gonna call it a gift, is especially here recently where I'm move into a prayerful place, and I'm listening to the music and I'm feeling the energies and realizing that the music or what is taking place in the Zoom call, I just danced that a little bit and then it is shared. And I'm going, wow, isn't this interesting? So I'm continuing to play with it. Well, one of those things I had shared many years ago is if you haven't learned how to live with all of that, then you might want to start practicing. And then I asked to be guided by my intuition naturally. I naturally move into what is this or that. I naturally follow my intuition and allow myself to be what I need to be in that moment for whatever is needing to take place for the highest good of all animals. That has been my prayer for some time. And so I beginning to witness how this is beginning to show up for me. And so coming into this space, having the swimming pool, I'm going, oh, and the waters are rising, da 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 da. Well, maybe we're going to really need our swimming endurance. Maybe we're really going to be needing our physical body endurance. You know, so it's the e-bike instead of the iron pony, and sitting in that heat with the e-bike, you can, you have this flexibility of being like a motorcycle in a way in some roads, being like a bicycle on sidewalks in different spaces, and then being, going off-road and still having the e-bike assistance, but you can also pedal. So it's like this perfect little mixture. And I'm going, wow, because I wasn't sure about it. I'm going, because I really love the rumble of that motor. I mean, and there's just something about an iron pony, Like for some of y'all, there's just something about your car, right? Anyway, so seeing and watching how this is beginning, just getting little glimpses of beautiful clarity here and there. And then 2-3 days, a few days later, sometimes it's almost right away, sometimes it takes a little while, and I'm going, wow, okay, I see where this lesson, because I remember grandfather, brother Tony sharing, sometimes you learn something just before you need to use it. And I remember sitting with that going, Well, I'm sitting there and I've had these reoccurrences, and I'm kind of looking and going, oh, maybe I got cancer. And now it's like, let it go. Let it go. No, you don't. You've healed that. You've healed that. Let it go. And wow. I had a sister share with me. I learned a little bit about some of these like kitchen witches and spells and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, okay, I see this, I see this, I see this. And so I keep this, I am healthy, 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 I am perfect health and wholeness of the Creator. And really been working my spiritual mind treatments, treating my mind, treating those little river pathways or that little that hamster wheel that your mind can get off of it and plug something else in and move it. Well, it's a practice, it's a discipline, and working with feeling that resonance, feeling that vibration, feeling that truth inside of you. And then following whatever prompts come up. One of them was around jalapeno honey. And oh, it's so good. Well, this batch, I went to take a drink. I went to go get my couple of tablespoons full of the jalapeno honey. I gave my body a break for a couple weeks. Time started back up, was letting the new batch, do its thing. It needs 3 weeks and then, it's best 3 months, and then, it can last forever because it's stored in honey. Well, this batch has mold, white mold growing on it. So there's something about purifying. And I'm looking at the symbol, and it's like a music note, or it could be like a backwards 7, or I'm listening to this message in the metaphysics of a fungus growing on the top layer of my jalapeno honey, and what that means for me. Very, very interesting. I went off on another tangent. So I think I really do need to stop this here because this is the second half. I wanted to pick up on that note of allowing ourselves to flow with what's coming in our hearts from that still space, and allowing our prayers to unfold in a natural way. Because if you think about it, the prayers are coming from within, from our hearts, and our hearts are one with Creator. So they're actually Creator's prayers being spoken and put into motion through us, as us, and for us. So for me, I hate to even claim it as my prayers. And like the pipe bundle, like the pipe, we place our prayers into the fire. My prayers become your prayers, and your prayers become my prayers. And the individual prayers become collective prayers. So let us be mindful of our thoughts, what we speak, what we want to see, because as co-creators, we can restrain and allow things to come through in a good way. However, if we need to throw a tantrum or do something cuckoo or wacko, just make sure we don't harm someone, and that too is something of Creator that just needs to move through and be what it needs to be without judgment.